That's what I be doing. No, I just y'all said
from London to the pain. This hammer, gold hammer, every hammer, dirty hammer. And the rest is on its way to festive.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Take it to the stars. How many people you know can take it this far?
Woo, child. It's up, it's on.
Is this on?
It's going, it's rolling, it's doing what it does, and it makes it happen. Welcome in, everybody.
Hello, Wall.
It's definitely been an interesting journey this last 7 days. Whole lot of everything going on around here. Of course, all over the internet right now. We are definitely blaring about that plastic Diddy doc.
We had to talk about it. We couldn't get left out on this.
No. We actually, even this time, we have a guest with us.
We didn't find the sound bites, did we?
We don't need the sound bites. That doggone
You asked us to find sound bites, and I guess life, we forgot.
life, and we forgot.
I got my sound bites.
Something's wrong with you.
I just want like y'all said study for the test. I actually studied this time.
So tonight we have a guest with us for the first half of our show from Honest Dialogue. We have SK, who was actually what you said, the hood investigation reporter who traveled up to New York for the trial and was there in the overflow like they have at church, where you heard real live testimony. So we're gonna jump into that. We're gonna jump into how everybody felt about what they learned, because we learned some stuff.
Did we?
Doc? Yeah, we confirmed it.
I just feel like this was like the R. Kelly thing. Like we knew, he kept putting out great music, and we just kept ignoring.
No,
I don't know. I don't feel like we learned anything new. We knew this nigga was horrible.
No, it was some new stuff in there.
Bro had been screaming it for a couple years now.
Nah, not really. Not to that level. I just
this was. I mean, I must have been in a bubble because I was mind blown. But I reached out to SK after we watched it, and we knew we were going to talk about this. And I said, "You were there," and I want him to introduce himself. I want to talk about Honest Dialogue and the upcoming project he's got. But then I want to deep dive into if he watched the documentary and what matched what he heard when he was there. So SK, do your thug dizzle. Tell him who he is.
It's your boy SK, aka SK Brokaw, hood investigation reporter. So a little backstory on how I ended up in New York covering the Diddy trial. So like everybody else, I was casually watching, and I was following through several different news outlets. But what I started to notice was all the opinions seemed to be slanted based on, who you quote unquote were in favor of. Like it seemed to be real biased. All right. So, just out of natural curiosity, I said, well, let me go investigate and find out for myself. So I went up there myself, took my little setup, went out there and kind of just sat there I was there for 3 weeks. So I saw 3 weeks worth of trial. So, I was there firsthand experience of all the things that took place in the trial. Now, initially, my desire was always to get into the actual courtroom. But what I quickly realized is that being in the overflow room, you got an advantage of being able to sit and basically see everyone's faces. So in the actual courtroom, you sit behind all the action. Whereas in the overflow room, the TVs gave you a direct glance of Diddy, the attorneys, the audience, and the jury as they came in and out. So at that point in time, I found more value in that and just basically stayed to being in the overflow room. But as I told you before, I'm SK Brokaw and hood investigation reporter. Basically, what me and Shai are going to start doing is we're going to start investigating and deep diving topics, but presenting it in a way that the hood can digest. You know, a lot of things that's going on now in the world where it's like if you're a hood, you kind of like doing your own thing, you in the culture, you may not be able to digest or get the information that's about situations like this. One of the first things we're going to do is on this Epstein thing. We're going to do a hood deep dive on exactly who Jeffrey Epstein was and how all this stuff connects with the president and everybody else going on. So that's going to be one of our first shows coming up at the start of the year.
Okay.
Now that's gonna be something. That's gonna be something serious. And congratulations on that. That's something that actually is a big thing right now with so many things going on
In the LBC.
in the LBC.
Hey.
It's a lot of this stuff is tough to digest. People are trying to figure out how to take it all in. What does it all mean? And like you said, with getting your information from TikTok or just how we feel, you're getting a bias. So when you really there, you get a whole different you get a whole different dialect right there. Kimmy says, what does that mean? Do you think that hood people lack the intellectual integrity to understand the news? Please elaborate.
Not at all. What it basically means is that, you know, sometimes as people of the culture or people of a certain dynamic, you may not be in the spaces to where these topics are talked about. So, yes, you may know that Jeffrey Epstein is an important topic that keeps coming up, but you may not be visiting the mediums that really give you a deep dive on what Jeffrey Epstein actually did, what he's about, and how all this stuff interconnects. So the average hood person may not be watching 60 Minutes, or you may not be on Rush Limbaugh, wherever court or wherever means that where this information is talked about in depth. I want to give our people a space in depth where I'm going to break down all the information about these particular topics.
Kimmy says she picking up what you putting down. She with you.
Appreciate Kimmy, my girl.
So the Diddy doc.
She gave us a great episode.
She gave us a great episode last week. Shouts out to Kimmy says.
Kimmy, real quick. Did you find any nigga with a myrtle?
We found 4 with myrtles. We'll tell you about it later. I'll tell y'all about the myrtle.
So we about to jump into this thing? So 50 Cent.
Woo.
50 set the world down. This wasn't just a hood documentary.
Dang, Herc, you all right? I can see you all right, big fella. Get the money.
50 set down the world to show him what was going down. People coming at 50 saying he's wrong for kicking a black man when he's down. Niggas saying he shouldn't have a grudge for this long. And I hear what they saying, but I'm wondering, so y'all just want niggas to shut up and it keep happening to people? I'm conflicted on why they mad at 50. 50 wasn't the one out here doing this stuff.
That was a big piece. The backlash that came from the whole situation was something different. A lot of also what came out with it, like we might have known certain things happened, but it really came out of what's happening. Like Diddy ain't worth a damn.
Well, can I answer that question that was presented?
Yes.
Why people mad 50? From my expert opinion, it's because it's not this wasn't necessary. Like this did nothing to like Pup's already in jail. He's already facing his charges. This documentary wasn't necessary.
For who? Hip hop, the culture, or Diddy?
All the above, because as a person with a master's degree in East Coast, West Coast of 90s beef, none of this information was new.
Not a master's degree in the beef.
Master's degree. I got master's degree in East Coast, West Coast beef, and I got a doctor's degree in New Orleans rap music beef. So when you ready to have that no limit cash money breakdown, hit your boy back up.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this though, because it's much more sinister on a lot of people realize. Like this is something that's been going on, let's say for like 20 years. I think it's honestly 2 million / almost billionaires beefing on a different level that we would call. So politically, I think like it wasn't needed, but for the animosity hold for one another throughout these 20 years on so many different levels, whether it be him hitting on 50, him going after his artists, whether it's the effing vodka versus Ciroc vodka, or just period. Like the way 50 crashed the stage. I think 50 is taunting them trying to get Puff to show his true colors all these years, and I think this documentary just exposed that.
Oh, it's definitely 50 trying to kick the dead body. Like, oh yeah, he definitely trying to put a nail in Puff coffin. I mean, that part, that's the obvious part. Now, people are trying to like frame it as if it's not that, but that's 1000% what it is. I mean, you can tell that by the amount of gas that's been put on this things. Like, I'll give you some key examples to where it's obvious, true gas or slanted, basically agenda-based, like a reporting. Like the first thing, the charity event game. They really try to paint that as like a sinister thing Diddy did that he got away with, so forth and so on. Man, it was an unfortunate accident. Like it was a freak accident.
Basically, he was a party promoter, and
he promoted a charity event, and shit went left.
And they bum rushed the door.
He got away with doing something wrong. He didn't do anything wrong, criminally wrong per se. It shit just went left at the party.
Yeah, I hear you what you're saying on that, but if I go to the Charlotte Hornets game and I get trampled on, I'm suing the Charlotte Hornets. They didn't have control of who ran over me and did all that, but it was your event. You're in charge. You should have had more security in place. You didn't have the proper security to hold on to people back. You promoted it to the fact where you wanted to be overcrowded, where people was mad they couldn't get in, and then when they bum rushed the door, like I had nothing to do with it. Yes, you did. You promoted it to the fact where you wanted it to be overcrowded. Yes, you did. You promoted it to that level.
Two things. One, have you ever promoted a party?
Yep.
All right, so you promote a party. You understand that if some shit go left, as a promoter, it's only so much you can do. Now,
right,
I'm not defending him. Now you're right. The ultimate responsibility is on him. But the way they try to frame it was that he did something criminally wrong. Now, if you said people there wanting to sue him and come after him for monetary purposes, then that's fine. But the documentary painted it as if he did something criminally wrong and he got away with doing something that was like against the law.
I see your take.
But the way the documentary was kind of pushing it, where I caught was, yes, it was a tragic event. Yes, it was sad. But what it really did was he capitalized off that moment. Like, well, now since I'm famous,
he said it too. He said,
I'm gonna ride this boat.
That's what put me in. So and that's my thing. Like, I can't separate the good from the bad in the situation, because if if it sets you in a position, if it puts you in a position for you to become this monster that their Netflix is portraying, then you honestly agree that's what put me on this platform. And then the actions after that. So I get that as a party promoter. Listen, you can have 30 security guards for a crowd of 1,000. That still doesn't eliminate the problem that there may be trouble or too many people or just irate customers that are in the venue. I'm talking about the actions, everything behind the scene. I'm not going to talk about what I already knew. I'm talking about how he's saying we got to get somebody that's the dirtiest of the dirtiest lawyers, insinuate he knows exactly what type of stuff he's in. I'm talking about him behind the scenes. Just now he's going back to Harlem, walking the streets because he need these people. I'm tired of seeing our celebrities get so detached from the community, and then when shit hit the fan,
now you want to come home.
Now he want to come back home. He had to go boil the community love off of him. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's the stuff that's what I'm talking about. It's incriminating on him.
All right, so I feel you on that. I feel exactly where you're coming from, King. I'm gonna answer your question in a second. I feel where you're coming from that, but my retort to that would be, if you are about to be in a federal trial and you have this tape going around of you beating a woman, that's basically all the jurors in the city are going to see. At some point in time, their strategic move would be, let me go do something and kind of like get myself a more favorable view, so that if somebody who happens to see me in the street is one of these jurors, it'll paint me in a favorable light. Like right then, at that moment, he was taking just all bad press. Like that damn video came out.
Hail Mary. He was throwing a Hail Mary.
I agree with that.
He's like, so it's like,
great PR team. He's a billionaire. He's gonna have a PR team to do that. What I'm saying is, in the 48 Laws of Power, crush your enemy total. 50 just got the footage of him really being a creep behind the scenes.
Well, footage. 50 got some diabolical footage, but I will tell you what, you took that one. The first thing I caught out of everything, and I'm glad you mentioned 48 Laws of Power, because that's what came to me too. It was when he was in the beginning and he said nobody's gonna work harder than him. Nobody's going to work longer than him. And he studied to mimic everybody. He made Andre feel like you need me, as he soaked in everything to take over what he did. His calculated moves every time was crazy to watch. His work ethic was ridiculous.
He had the flair. Now we cannot deny what Diddy has brought to hip hop. I think, like you know, I don't clap for fish when they swim.
Diddy's an amazing marketer.
He's an amazing marketer. He's not an artist.
He's not a producer.
He's not a great CEO. He's nowhere near a producer. But he has an ear. He's very charismatic. That's not enough for me to just close my eyes to all the stuff that's been going on for years. Like I said, I didn't have to have a documentary or see Cassie getting drugged across the room just to realize, like, I don't like the way he's moving. That's just me. I detach myself from that personally. I mean,
when he made them cats walk from Manhattan to Brooklyn to get some cheesecake from Julius,
bro.
Like you piece of shit for that.
Now, in the documentary, it was wild because they painted Cassie. Yeah, they did paint her as an abuse victim, and God bless anyone who's going through a situation. Please get help if you're in it. But they also painted it as she participant quite a bit. And a lot of the documentary made it look like if Diddy would have just paid his bills, they would have never told. Was that what it was like when you were in the trial moment?
Jesus Christ, it's so many points I need to touch on that we just talked about. All right, hold on. Let me get my thoughts together. Hold on. Jesus Christ, y'all hit me with too many moments. All right. Damn. What was the last thing somebody
Bad boy, baby. Can't stop, won't stop.
All right, so so hold on. Let me first address this. Kimmy asked me, am I Team Diddy? And I will say this. Look, I am not. I feel I am an unbiased observer of just the facts. Now, Diddy could never date my sister or female in my family. That's never going to happen. No. If you are on Indeed and you see Bad Boy come up, I suggest you move that app to the left and do not apply there. Now, but with that being said, I think the majority of this has been just bullshit and basically been like we finna be at your ass. Now, saying that, I am writing a book. My book is called Diddy Do It. The time the feds was on Diddy ass, because that's really what it was, a hit job trying to be on Diddy ass. Now, you asked me about Cassie and her, like basically what her role in this stuff was. Let me tell you something. Without a shadow of a doubt, with all the evidence in the world, Cassie was 1000% with the shits. There was no force going on. I will give you, matter of fact, I will give you the one text message that captures this whole situation. At the trial, they are literally going through text messages on the screen. Like, the defense will put up text messages between him and other people. The prosecution doing the same thing. One of the text conversations, and I will tell you verbatim, it says, Diddy, what are you thinking about? All these black dicks I'm finna suck and fuck.
Oh, wow.
Verbatim now. That's verbatim what she said in the damn in the text messages.
And that was brought
also
up in court.
If you saw
that came up in court.
Yes, that was in the court. That was in
front of
court.
her husband.
Now, people are giving people who went there shit like, you team Diddy, you team this, you team that. Is that no? I was actually in there witnessing what was actually going on. Now, the prosecution did a masterful job of trying to do a magic trick. Like, they would show you all the fucked up things Diddy did. It's like you sitting there like, God damn, Diddy, like, that's fucked up, man. Like, what type of dude are you? But then you sit there thinking, like, hold on, what the fuck they got to do with sex trafficking or goddamn Rico? Like, nothing.
Once again,
they try to paint him as such a bad person that you would forget completely that when he's on trial for, just be like, oh, he guilty. Like, fuck this, he guilty.
Because the documentary did the same thing. It made him absolute, like you just said there, in pure disgust. I forgot all about the Rico and was like what Marlon Wayne's called the Frico. You were just sitting there going, what?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. That's what I kept.
Well, he didn't drink it. He didn't drink it. They poured it on his chest. He played in his nipples.
She drank it.
Oh no, she never drank it. She would basically, they would nut inside her, nut on her leg. She would run in the other room, and then she would like rub it on his chest.
That is crazy.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When that came out, I was like, hey, guilty. hey, get this nigga out of here, fam. I'm guilty. They come to my senses like, oh, you know what? Hold on. They got you. That's not what he on trial for. That's not what he on trial for.
Not what
he's
he's
on
trial for.
My thing is like, if he's a freak, I ain't mad at him being a freak. That's like what everybody do different things in the bedroom. That's not why I'm going at him. Like, I think Cassie was in it for a money grab. I'm just saying it spoke volumes on the character of Diddy, like not paying bills, stealing from art, overcharging art. Right? I'm talking about that. Like this whole trial thing, that was something else for me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about the character of this man, his morals with his artist, and he's out here portraying we are family, all in the family, and nobody else is eating around you. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm saying. He's guilty.
Yes,
but
you have 1,000%. You have 1,000% take on his biggest flaw in all these dealings. His reluctancy to pay people what he owes them, and his desire to always get over on people.
Yeah.
The whole Cassie shit stems from the fact that after him and Cassie broke up, Cassie went on with Dude, right? Dude's a gym trainer. Let me tell you something. I'm a gym trainer. Gym trainers don't make a lot. So you go from living La Vida Loca every day with damn Diddy to working with a gym trainer. Cassie ended up having to move back in with her parents with the Dude and their kids. Like they were basically homeless. They moved back in with Cassie's parents. So Cassie had the front row watch Diddy with the city girl and everybody else living their life up, right?
Living that lifestyle that she missed.
Right. So Cassie's whole thing was, I got to get and figure a way to make some money. Cassie went to write her book and took it this say, look, I'm gonna put this book out, but I won't do it if you break me off something. Puff was like, I'm not doing it. So that's when the lawsuit came out, and they were negotiating the lawsuit for months at a time, but Puff refused to pay the lawsuit. And it goes back to the theme of, if you would just pay the girl then, none of this shit would happen. None of this would happen. Because all the Fed charges come directly from the lawsuit.
Lil Rod made me ask a few questions too, because how many months did you sit up in that house sore?
That's just bullshit. I don't know.
Girls be beside him.
His lawsuit got thrown out. I don't believe that he said.
What you say?
He said they woke up some mornings. It ain't gonna take but one morning. I ain't coming the fuck back.
That's all I'm saying. So he with it too. What I'm saying is like I think all of them are down for a money grab. I don't doubt that at all. Like the documentary, just I can't judge the man off what he did in his bedroom, because if she was with it, she like to get sperm and collect, and he like it rubbed on him. That's their business, you know. Like I think
that's flagrant, fam. I like to see that add to the law book. Like, hey, fam.
Right.
It was a little rough. Did you get to see his testimony?
The whole thing about it was a money grab.
The Robin testified.
Because of Diddy's past and history of not paying motherfuckers, then we get to see everything.
Right.
Because had you just paid your artists in the past, none of them niggas that was on the documentary would have been on there. Like, no, Diddy paid me.
Yeah, more so if you'd have paid, let 50 pay you for Mace, he probably wouldn't
have his problem.
I don't know. 50 still.
Hold on. So this is the other thing. So how 50 and Netflix got the footage of him kind of walking through and doing all this behind the scene footage. Puff hired some kids to basically follow him nonstop, leading up to the shit, right? So Puff has a history of basically hiring you to do a job, you working 30 hours and being like, I'm only gonna pay you 15. And you people most time be like, I don't want to be like fuck this, because if I quit, I'm getting nothing. I need this. So he basically uses his basic power and a person's position against him to be like, all right, I ain't got no choice to give in. So when the people who's filming was like, hey, you owe me for, let's say 100 hours, Puff was like, I'll get, and people was like, nah, you owe me for 100. And at that point in time, the contract is breached. So now a person was like, I got this footage, I can do it wherever I want to.
It's 50.
Insert 50, insert Netflix. Hey, I got you. Boom.
AKA Ferrari.
Again, your unwillingness to pay people fair value bit you in the ass.
His greed.
Hey, listen, ain't no way they don't play to pay to be gay. One way or another is gonna come out, because with this reputation that you're proposing to the public as a playboy, a sex symbol, I gotta keep my sexy. You remember the Proactive commercial? I gotta keep my sexy. Like that, you should have known. Like this is gonna be a detriment. This is gonna be a blow to my reputation.
This was demolished too, that image, because it showed that every woman you flaunted was something that you took from somebody else. He was very vindictive. The East Coast, he was Mr. Steal Your Girl. Going back to the East Coast West Coast beef thing, the documentary alluded to he is the reason A, that the East Coast West Coast beef started.
Ain't no alluded.
And B, that he was the one that is the reason why Pac and Biggie were unalive.
All right, so now remember, now I got my master's degree in this, so let me educate you fully on all the details. All right. So now the thing the documentary did that I thought was poor taste and bad. It's bad. They painted it that Diddy with Puff has something to do with Pac getting shot the first time, which is completely false, completely irresponsible. Like, they didn't come out and say that, but they painted the picture where if you're watching it and you didn't know any better, you would come to that conclusion, and that's just so unfair to Puff.
I definitely was one that didn't know any better and watched it, came to that conclusion.
Everybody who knows
96, he has something to do with it.
That was done by Jimmy Henchman. That if you deep into this shit, you know that was Jimmy Henchman who did it to Pop when he got shot at the studio. That was Jimmy Henchman.
He said at the studio. But the way that the documentary painted it was that you got Diddy, this little jealous woman, and he was jealous that Biggie had a new friend, and he thought that he was going to take his friend, and it made it look like he had to set him up, and he tried to get rid of him the first time, but it didn't work.
And see, that's just so irresponsible and so misleading. Like,
it was real schoolgirlish. Really,
in the reality of the world, like when you get all the information, you understand why Puff and Biggie was tripping, because like the people, people tell you, after Pac got shot, the next day, Big was with him in the hospital, like kicking it with him. Like, I'm checking on you, how you doing, man, blah, blah, blah. Pac was like, hey, I left my gun there, go get it. Big went and got Pac gun for him, like, I got your strap for you, because he left it in the stairwell. Like, Big was chilling there with Pac and Pac Daddy in the hospital. So fast forward months later, when Pac is like, y'all niggas shot me type of shit, Big and Puff was like, what are you talking about? Like, my G, we was chilling with you the next day. What you talking about? So now you kind of understand, like, why you start flabbergasting, like, dog, we have no clue what you're talking about. We don't know no clue what you want.
Yeah, you know,
now,
and Jack, when they shot him in the elevator.
And we saw the elevator. That was all Jimmy Henchman. That had nothing. It just so happened that Big then was up there recording Junior Mafia songs, and Puff was there too, but that had nothing to do with them. Just like a random like coincidence. But the stuff they said about the other Pac shit, that's true. That is true.
That's shit true.
Now, how it's framed, it's like a crazy coincidence. Like, that conversation did happen between Keeper D and Puff, when basically they had got pressed at some point in time. Puff was chilling in LA. He was like, dog, like, these dudes is causing too much problems for us, man. Like, we need to make them disappear, dog. Like, I got the ticket for him. Like, I got $1 million on, dog. Just make him disappear. And so they was like, all right, but it was kind of like he said it. He was serious, but what, like, okay, this is the plan. What we're gonna do? X, Y, do is like, okay, like, mental note, bet. Okay, we got you. So when the shit happens in Vegas, they like, okay, like, we have to ride because you just stole off in Orlando. Like, bet we finna ride. And they basically like, okay, like, oh, it's a bounty in your head anyway. So not only do we get to ride on for Orlando, shit, we gonna collect this money. So they met with what's the dude name? Give me 5, 4 more. No, it's Point Puff guy. Zip. They met with Zip after Orlando got punched. Zip gave him a gun. That's the gun they used to damn shoot him. All right. After the shooting happens, Puff calls Zip. Zip puts Puff on the phone with Keefe D. Like, quote, was that us? Keep it, get no response. Basically, being no response is response. It's like bet.
I get that. I also got a master's. I got 3 masters in this hip hop.
Not 3 masters.
Not 3 masters.
You know,
boy.
Got 50, as he said around here.
Not 3 masters.
Broke nigga always down to put in work. Keith D, what you left out was some real good details. Said it was around 40 Crips. And I know if I'm starving and I'm at Publix and they start throwing out chicken, all of us are going to start going there. I'm going to be the aggressor because I want the chicken as well. You can't.
You said 40 Crips. What now?
On somebody's head amongst 40 hungry Crips and say I'm just playing. He wasn't.
No. That's not true. That's not true. That's not how it happened. That's not true. It was Puff, Keepy D, Zip, and one other person. I can't remember that person's name, but going forward at the table. It was at a lunch. So they were how I frame this.
Yeah.
Let's say we had a party. Let's say we had a party with all our people, right?
He's serious about it. Keepy D said he had to be serious because I was looking at him like he's stupid. It must have been like 40 Crips out there. He said Puff repeated it. You understand what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying about they was at the dinner table. Yeah, they had that conversation at the dinner table.
Right. That's what I'm telling you.
Contract on his head. He put it around a bunch of wolves. He put it around a bunch of wolves.
Hungry wolves.
And then he asked for the death row chain for proof of show of power. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, if you're around a bunch of hungry people that haven't eaten and
I got 5 fish and 2 loaves of bread.
I got 5 fish and a corner of shrimp fried rice. You'd be amazing what people do. Because like 50 said, a broke nigga always down to put in work. That was 2001.
All right, so now all what you're saying has been said, but what you're taking account is that Keefy has a habit of stretching the truth. So now you got to kind of pick out what he said is real and what is like bullshit. Him saying it in front of 40 people, it didn't really happen that way. What happened was, let's say we had a cookout, but the 4 of us are kind of like sitting at our own table. And I'm talking amongst the 4 of us. Every people are there, but the 4 of us are talking. The conversation was between Puff and whoever was at the table. It wasn't with everybody else, although everybody else was around. So it's not like Puff's on the table and said, "Hey, I got a million on damn Parkhead," like in front of everybody. It didn't happen like that. They were having a conversation amongst the table, amongst the people who's right there. Because Puff was like, "Man, I don't care, man. Just make it happen, man. Like I got the ticket for it."
What made that so sick and twisted was when you look back at it now, and we're older. So in this world, since y'all done had y'all masters now for like 35 years, that boy was 25 years old when that went down. Like this wasn't like you talking about, the men they are.
It was younger than that.
Kids.
I think it was younger than that.
Pocket Big died at 25.
Dog, listen. It blows my mind to realize how young them motherfuckers was back then. Like, they was on top of the world and like 22, 23 years old. Like, they were some kids, basically.
They were babies. And that I kept, when I watched it, and you see the documentary shows you pictures and through that era, through that time, and you realize these are college kids, in essence, having this situation and moment. These were babies.
Right. And that's another part of my issue with how they frame like the charity event. Like Puff was legit 19 years old doing a charity event where he was raising the money to give, I forget the cause name, but he's raising the money to get to a cause. Like, fam, like
heavy day.
You're a 19-year-old kid party promoting, basically. Yeah, true enough, he fucked up. He messed up, but fam, it's not like they painted it as if he has malicious intent with that whole situation. Like, God, come on, dog. He's 19 years old.
It's a bad honor to his inaugural entry to
his inaugural ball. Yeah,
like he's looking at it as a badge of honor because that catapulted him to be a mogul.
Like I'm a bad boy.
I can't take away that when he brings it up to stand on it.
I'm a bad boy. This is what I do.
That's all I'm saying.
Hold on.
Now the documentary painted that too with Biggie, because it made Biggie look like he was just non-controversial. Like Biggie didn't want no problems. He didn't have no issues with Pac. They emphasized that issue was Diddy.
But I'm saying that's just not true. Like that's just not true as far as animosity Puff had, like being like, okay, so after Hit Him Up, all that shit go on. Yes, everybody's beefing now. Everybody hates everybody. But leading up to that, all of them were cool. Like when they would go out, like they would openly hang out together. Like from all documents, everything I've ever seen, there was never a problem between Puff and Pac until he went to the West Coast. So after that, he got shot. Like all of them would be cool. Like Pop would come hang out with them. Hold on. I don't want to misquote shit. I'm trying to think. I think Pac was at Big's first listening party for Ready to Die.
He was
with Puff and everybody, with Puff, and everybody there. Like they was got all kind of like semi quote unquote family. So it was like that. That's what I keep trying to say. Like they painted it as Puff was angry or jealous of Pac and was them all along the line scheming and had and might with Pac. That's just
did
not
make it
true.
look like Diddy been scheming since he was little because he had a scheming for a mama and his mama raised him to be a schemer.
His mom's such a sweetheart. She's such a sweet old lady.
She did, but she didn't come across sweet. She had questions.
She was such a sweetheart. She speak to you every day you see her. She's give you a hug.
Does she sound like her son?
Yeah.
That's PR, bro.
I'm just like on some like we just like so we in the so like at the court, right? So court go for 4 hours and make an hour break for lunch, right? So it's a cafeteria in the courtroom. So like everybody would go in the cafeteria, the courtroom together. Like the people watching, the lawyers, all of us would go in the courtroom and be chilling. And then his mama come in there, she see you, she'll speak. Like a couple times she was sitting by herself. I went and kind of spoke to her, like, how you doing? Like, you know, she got, like, how you doing? Like, real nice and real casual, like, just a sweet grandma. Like, just the sweetest thing ever. Oh, okay. Like, she could have been, like, standoffish. It could have been, like, kind of, like, fakish, but she was always real, just nice and cordial and sweet.
She sounds like she's a good actress, like a son.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't know.
Now, mind you, I didn't know her in the 70s and 80s now, so I don't know.
Yeah, the way like his mama was on one.
People change.
In her prime, but she might be a nice granny now. She's probably what 80, 70 something.
They say she was on some real madam type shit back in the day. That much.
Yeah, they did. They made it almost seem like she was a bougie version of little scrappy mama. The documentary
Jarvis, you in for something if you just
painted the situation really wild.
I'm almost in the documentary. I'm almost in the documentary too. I just want to put that out there.
What happened?
I'm literally almost in the documentary.
I'm almost in it.
Oh God, he's talking about I'm almost in it.
So listen.
Shut up.
When you hey, hold on. I'm for real. Listen. When you see my boy Charlucci holding up the shirt that says a Frico is not a Rico, I am literally one step to his left. Like if they would pan the camera just one more step, you would see me standing right there.
Oh, you'd have had your moment.
I know,
you
right?
Had your moment. Now 50 did leave out his baby mama and how she became a sex worker. He talked. They talked about a whole lot, but he left out.
Yeah. That is the foundation for this entire
right now. This is about him.
I mean, just
that is the foundation for their entire beef.
I was so thrilled to find out my father was a gangster. It's like he's glorifying that, and now that he's in a situation where he has to answer for that,
yeah,
I can't take back this humble soul. What I'm saying is like.
He thought he was
like
Nicky
Jay said, you try to change that shit you top there. Nigga, you was who you was
before you got here.
And with that documentary, him getting back, I'm about to go cash a $2 million check. Oh man, I gotta take a bath, man. Like, that's his true character. I can't escape that. What I'm saying is you don't have to be Diddy Combs for me. You don't have to be worth $1 billion. He could be a dude from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. He could be from Main Street. If he just foul, he foul, bro.
He foul.
I tell you what was wild too.
He's a freak.
Hold on. I'm not telling you Diddy gonna win no Man of the Year award or no shit like that. I mean, but from my standpoint,
he won.
He got the key to the city.
He got the key to the city. He won a humanitarian award. The nigga won a humanitarian award.
He's an honorary graduate.
Like, listen,
he got his perks.
Listen, and the biggest thing about all of this that trips me out is we learn all of this about the documentary shit because Diddy don't like to pay his bills. He like to pay the people he owes. But then had the nerve to sue Ciroc saying he's not getting his fair share.
He also took his 25% back from Kirk, and that didn't go well either.
And said he'll give it back and never gave it back.
That's another thing of contention. Like just to be fair,
that one, I mean, this is a nigga.
I don't know for certain.
I don't know if that's contention right there. That's
true. Hold on. What I'm saying, like, how that happened, it's not proven either way. Like I can't tell you definitively Puff did that, or I can't tell you he didn't. I do know Kurt was accused of stealing, and I think Carlton was stealing some Bad Boys funds.
It come
and
out that he
had something
money laundering.
to do with all this stuff.
I don't
So
really
that
think
has something to do with those situations.
I'm old.
But they said it wasn't like he was stealing. They said it was stealing, but he was money laundering and doing something through it, and it came out about a lot of stuff he did too.
Nigga, if you owe me $100,
50 didn't tell us that though.
If you owe me $100 and I just closed the deal for you for $200, I'm gonna go ahead and keep my 100. I ain't stealing shit. This is what you owe me. I'm not laundering. I'm not stealing. You're supposed to have been paying me for all these years. You gave me 25% of the company, and now you want to go bigger, so now you want it back. And then you give me this bullshit lie. I just needed to do this deal, and I'm gonna give it back to you. You didn't even give me 5% back.
What was wild too is that you didn't
hold on. To that point, Puff refutes and denies that entire point. So there's no evidence that happened. So you really, if you believe that, that's fine. But understand, you're literally just taking Kirk at his word. Now, my opinion, my hypothesis of what may have happened in this situation is that they found out Kurt was doing that dumb shit, money laundering, stealing, and Puff basically might say like, "Hey, listen, sign over your shit, or I'm going to go. I'm going to go there with it." And from that note, he went there with it. Like, all right, bet, I'm signing my shit over because he had no leverage to say no. Think about it. You own 25% of a company. You mean to tell me somebody comes in with a chair and says, "Give me your 25%," and you're just gonna lay it down and just be like, "Okay."
But that's not how he framed it. He framed it as, "I needed to make this deal to get us more money. I'm gonna give you back what's yours." Now, if this coming from my man that I've known for 20 years, this is my man.
Hold on. So you say it's a man you know for 25 years, but he said the man has a bat in his hand.
He did say he had a bat.
I mean, it was proven that he beat
but
up.
We ain't friends no more. You pull a bat on me. We ain't friends.
I mean, but then again, he had already beat up old boy from the other company.
He beat up a lot of people.
They jumped Stout. They jumped Stout.
Yeah, Stout. He already. That's improving.
And it wasn't. They jumped him.
I know what you've been doing to women and other niggas. So you come here with a bat. I know you serious, and I'm here by myself.
Yeah. Well, even if it's okay. So let's say that's true. Even if that's true, you literally can go back behind them and be like, "Hey, I found that under distress," and get your shit back.
You can, but you gotta be able to prove you was under distress.
That's how Eazy-E got his part back from Death Row. No, I'm sorry. That's how Eazy got back their contract.
I'm gonna say what?
So why was it?
You remember when
Gene mad? Gene big mad.
Here's my tangent. You remember when?
Why wasn't Gene there?
Gene big mad.
Why wasn't Gene in the documentary? Gene been telling y'all about Diddy from the beginning of time.
Gene wanted money. They wouldn't pay Gene.
Right. That's exactly what it was.
I mean,
because 50 did say, he said we didn't pay anybody to be in this. People were voluntarily getting up in there.
Now you see everybody in there. If I drew a list of all Diddy enemies, everybody in there was one to be on top of that list. Albie Shore, Mark Curry, Bonds,
Dirty Money, whatever.
Danny Kane,
Dabs was in there.
I mean, they're not enemies because he's a bad boss. They have episodes. They have.
He's a terrible boss.
They have.
He's the terrible boss
that have happened that he can speak about. Mark Curry just feel as if though he's been hiding behind the pen for years. Eric Sherman, it was Mina. Diddy coming up here
so full of shit.
Huh?
He said Eric Sherman was full of it.
So you mean to tell me Puff came in your car, swung at you, said he's gonna beat your ass, then the next move is to get in the car, go listen to music?
Yeah, that was a little weird.
Yeah, that story there, I was like, all right,
you
bro,
got my girl in the car. I'm about to hit you. Hey, but come around this corner, listen to music with me. I thought you wasn't done, Mr. Bat.
Listen. If Fat Joe haven't showed you that the entertainers are humans and they lie,
right.
I don't know what it is. What I'm telling you, like I don't just look at them because they got platinum plaques in the Range Rover and just start taking every word they say is God word. I don't. What I'm saying is like he's foul. His character, he's got.
Oh yes. Again,
what was his demeanor in the courtroom?
My sister.
No.
So what?
No. What was his demeanor in the courtroom?
It depends. You gotta ask me what day who on the stand. All that matters. When the 50 baby mamas on the stands, Man, that nigga was tight. Boy, that nigga Puff was hot. Like,
When 50 baby mama was something, he was mad.
yes.
See, that's
You because you got
she's already in court.
you gotta understand how you gotta understand all the dynamics in this. The day he got arrested, she was landing in New York to do a freak off with him.
Oh man!
If you see in the documentary, he had oil and shit, like down baby oil and shit in his hotel room, right?
The nigga was lacing baby oil.
Flying. He wasn't. That's a lie. That never happened. That's a lie. See, and that's another thing. That's how you tell everything's a hit job, because the feds casually put that notion out there, but that was completely false. That was completely not true.
So he didn't lace it. He just had a lot of it.
Listen, I don't know if he laced it or not. When you got 1,000, it's still curious what you're doing with it. So they say you laced it, you got 1,000.
You froze for a moment.
You laced it. Out of 1,000, you laced 50.
If I got 50 cars, just I'm a car thief.
You breaking up a little bit, SK. You ain't lying. That he had a lot.
Everything freezing tonight. Oh man, that documentary was what I needed it to be to end my year, because we're gonna talk about it till January.
What did they say about the baby oil?
He just used it basically with the free calls. Like he would like tell like the person that rub it on each other. Like they would go through like bottles and bottles of baby oil. Like he had some type of weird fetish with people being drenched in baby oil. Like
he didn't want it to be.
So like the free calls would be like the girl and like were basically take turns just baby oil rubbing.
What is wrong with this man? He even had baby oil in the hotel when he got arrested.
Yo, D said 50.
Yes, he was having a freak out that night with 50 baby mama.
He was planning to freak off when he knew he was going to court. Wait,
what you say, hurt?
D said 50 Cent is manipulating the American hip hop community about Puff. I just listen, SK. Let me ask you this: how do you see him coming back?
Gay man for you, it wasn't laced.
Can the charismatic take that? What else?
Bad boy.
I mean, what else is he though? Like, I mean, he's charismatic. He's what else can we give Diddy?
I don't know. He don't close his mouth. Man, I mean, that's about it.
He's a billionaire playboy, charismatic.
That's Iron Man.
Oh, he's the same thing? Is he not the same?
I don't think
you see how to say genius.
I don't think he can bounce back from this.
I don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
SK,
if you come out with a TP2.com, we might forget about it.
SK, you up in New York?
No, listen. He was. Hold on. Listen. You want to know if he could bounce back from this? Damn. Puff was planning a tour. Like he had full intent of going on tour because he thought he wouldn't get no jail time.
Correct. I know that.
That's why he was having it to do following around. He's gonna put his own documentary.
I mean, it won't be surprising. Yes. We see what he get away with.
But the question was, do you see him bouncing back from this?
Absolutely.
Nobody gonna work with Diddy, man. Nobody. They're gonna want to see the paperwork up front.
Here's the thing. I don't know if that's true, bro. Because it's been artist after artist who done heard how bad Diddy do you, nigga. And like, first of all, if I'm watching Making the Band, right, and I see he made niggas walk from Manhattan to Brooklyn for cheesecake, nigga, I'm not on Making the Band season 2.
Right. Hey, hold on. So to that point,
niggas still on there.
He only did that because Andre Harrell did the same thing.
And then he came out with another one.
I got you.
And then he said it, and then Aubrey said she don't even know she got raped by the boy, but she don't want to know because she heard about the thing.
Listen, I get that.
Hey, so hold on.
We're going back to promotion, right? SK hold on. It's a notorious old head promoter / owner here in Columbia, right? I heard all the things about him. I was still optimistic on the fact when I sat down with him, I said, listen, I heard what they said about you. I want you to know I'm aware. That has nothing to do with me. But the moment that I feel as if though you're moving towards it, they said, I'm gonna get you. But he moved like that.
Okay, but what I'm saying is you still had to sit down conversation with him.
And I still had to,
and people are still gonna have to sit down.
They're talking about he knew karate and all. Sweet Jesus, I wasn't coming to do a roundhouse kick.
How in the world do we see that he has the capability? I mean, I hear what we're saying, But how in the world could you bounce back from that? Because at this point, kids know baby oil is nasty because of
Listen,
Diddy.
They know
That's
what
what he doing.
He has the money to buy the PR.
Crystal, we all knew R. Kelly who he said he was, who they said he was. We saw the tape. The nigga dropped TP2.com and we forgot all about it. I'm just saying there's ways, money talks. People know that shit. Money talks, bullshit walks. The boy still got money.
His thing dropped. Robert also had talent. Diddy can't rap, and we know that.
But Diddy can hear.
Diddy got an ear.
He can hear.
Diddy got an
Yes,
ear.
I can find the next I can find the next, Black Rob. I can find the next Mace. Diddy can hear.
Can you hear us?
Let's go back to the character. The girl for Dirty Money said,
I hear y'all.
Okay.
For her kids. They were trying to get custody of her
Right.
kid. She said, yo, I asked Diddy, can I borrow $5,000? I'll give you the money back. I
He
just
said no. That was fucked up. That's
Diddy
fucked up.
said,
And I'm gonna tell you
I can't help you. I got something else going on. He's worth the bill now.
What was wild was so the documentary made a point to point out that I caught on to. He told her, no, he don't have it.
You had 5,000 in your pocket.
He had 9,000 in a bag in the hotel in cash the night they arrested him. So he's the biggest narcissist of all time. But again, question coming back to
You
is
have no idea.
that his stuff was crazy. His demeanor of angry when certain people were talking. Did he ever display where he was worried?
All right, so
Did he ever display
angry-
remorse?
So angry, he was angry with old girl 50 Cent baby mama was on the stand. And reason being is because she got flipped last minute. Like she was basically working with Puff and his lawyers and still staying at his house during the trial. They flipped her like 2 weeks before the trial started. So he was livid when she was on the stand, like demonstrative, throwing his head back and forth, slapping his pen on the table. Like he was tight. Like he wanted to curse that bitch, slap the fuck out when she was on the stand. Worried.
Bigger than Nino Brown.
Worried. I'm telling you when he was worried. When the prosecution did their closing, he was worried. And when the note came back from the jury was like, hey, we got conviction on 2 of the charge. We got decisions on basically all the charges except for 1. Like we need like they came back within like the first day, like, and we got decision on all the charges except for 1. And everybody was kind of like, what the fuck does that mean? And his defense team went into a full-fledged visual panic. Like they were shook, like, oh shit, like nobody knew what that meant. So everybody had to kind of like figure out, like, do the hypothesis on what meant what. But basically it was like, hey, we convicted, we got 4 decisions made. We got to figure out which one decision and we'll be done. So everybody was like, oh shit. So it was like, he might be like, damn, Puff cooked. It felt like he was cooked. Like, oh shit, Puff cooked. Because his damn defense team, they were shook. Like Nicole Westmoreland was hugging the other girl, kind of like comfort hug, like oh damn, like this shit going down. Puff done. So yes, he was shook then.
What happened when he dropped down on his knees and he was crying on that chair?
That was all acting, man.
Yeah, it didn't happen like that. I'm gonna tell you what happened. And I'm gonna tell you something. Again, Puff could not date my sister, could not date my cousin. I will never fill out bad boy application. But I will give Puff credit. Puff handled himself like a damn real G when that shit was going down. I'm telling you how. So when they basically, so the next day, so the day when they was like, so basically how the day ended was, hey, we got 4 shits completed. We got to make a decision on 1 more, but we should be able to get done by tomorrow, Judge. Judge, like, all right, bet. We see everybody in the morning. So now Puff pissed, Puff paranoid. He cursing out damn Mark Afanello. He cursing everybody like he tight. Everybody leaves like, damn, like, huh?
I'm paying you.
He cussed the lawyers out?
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck? Like, he was tight. Like, panic mode. Like, I'm telling you, that shit was doom and gloom. Like, if you see them lawyers afterwards now, they talk about some shit like, oh, we knew we was gonna win and we knew shit was gonna go our way. Bullshit. Them motherfuckers was shook. Like, oh damn, like Nicole Westmoreland, that's the black attorney. She literally went to like the I forgot the white girl name, the white lawyer name. She went with her and they hugged each other, kind of on some shit like comforting, like it's gonna be okay. Like damn, like I'm shook right now. Like I need comfort. Like they were shook. So the next morning, court started. Like, all right, we put a new deliberation again. Puff came in there. He came in the game face on. Like he came in there, seen his family, smiled. Like he really carried the part. Like, all right, I know everybody's shook, but I'm going to give positive energy. And he's carried this up the whole time, like just like a G. Like, all right, cool. So when they came out, when they was like, all right, we got a verdict. All 5 shits there, we got the verdict. Bring everybody in. Puff sat there, arms folded, kind of like a expression that said, like, whatever go on, I'm ready for it. Like, bet, let's get this shit over with. Like, he wasn't trembling, he wasn't scared, he wasn't near tears. He was locked in, like on some real G shit. Like, all right, bet, bring it on. They announced the charges. First RICO, not guilty. Everybody, oh shit. Everybody kind of happy. Wait to see what happened. Sex trafficking, not guilty. Who? Then they go to damn man law of defendant 2, guilty. Everybody's like kind of like fuck, but it was like realizing like, all right, that ain't that bad. Like sex trafficking of defendant 2, not guilty. Woo, big sigh of relief. Man law, victim 2, guilty. All right, fuck. So then rub him back from his lawyers and everybody know whatever case may be. So they turned to his family, gave them a fist pump. They fist pumped back. So then at that point in time, he turned around, he got on all fours, and he basically said a prayer. Like basically a thank you God type of prayer. Like he wasn't quivering his boots. It was after the jury had them and read all this shit out. He literally got on the ground, said a prayer like thank you God for delivering me, and got up and kind of like was like, I'm back.
It's so weird to hear a man that sat down and said he the black Messiah, he believed he Jesus, and you done all this crap, threw a pen, cussed everybody out, and then you dropped down to your knees and said, Lord, I appreciate it.
Now hold on. You're right. That shit Puff said about me being God, like he say shit like that all the time, like all types of like we heard that shit in trial, like seeing in text messages, everything like that. But to his credit, he is always on some I give God the glory type of person type of shit. So it's definitely a duality there. That's kind of conflicting, but he has a track record of being like, I believe in God, Jesus Christ. Like he has that track record of putting that in the air. So I will give him grace on that. That whole stuff he say about I'm God and this all this stuff and that stuff, that shit is crazy. I'm not going to deny that, but he does have a track record of being like, I believe in God, I prayed, all these things like that. So give grace on that.
You want to walk with these mere mortals, these peons. You want to walk with him or you want to walk with God? Make up your mind.
Diddy is nuts.
He got to go. Listen. I don't think the trial, honestly, the documentary wasn't the trial that was in New York. I think the trial is going to be the perception of the public people. I think that's going to be the thing. That's when it's really going to be the slap in his face when he see that nobody's pretty much for the most part, they're still going to do it because of his influence on hip hop. But for the most part, he's not going to be that first option anymore. I think that's going to hurt him more than what a documentary did because he's going to get that face-to-face one-on-one. The encounter he's going to have with his peers in the industry, business partners throughout the country, across the world at his level, I don't think his perception is going to be what he thinks is going to be. And him handling that's when I'll be able to say, okay, well, he took it on the chin. Pause. I can't even say pause in this situation. Like, there's no way he can take it on the chin and be a genius.
Well, listen, I would tell you, don't be deceived. He still has allies and friends. They just can't stand beside him because he's so hot right now.
Oh, of course.
Like when he get out of prison and shit calm down, it's gonna be people who gonna fuck with him.
Oh yeah.
Like it's gonna happen. They just can't, they just want to openly fuck with him because like, fam, you hot as fish. It's like, let's say all of us are selling dope. Let's say we always sell dope. Let's say you get popped. Yeah, you still my guy, but I can't stand by you. Cause shit.
Yeah.
Stand by you gonna make me hot.
I get that, but every time, even though you didn't stand by me, if I went in jail and they said I was snitch and my time got cut, like go home, You're not talking about fronting me 20 keys no more either.
No, absolutely not. But Puff ain't tell nobody.
Don't too many connects want to message you either.
But Puff ain't tell nobody.
I'm metaphorically speaking. I'm laying parallel to your statement.
Right. I'm saying, like, when Puff come home, like, let me ask y'all a question. What do you think had a bigger impact, the video or the document?
I'm thinking the biggest impact was the doc, and what I'm saying is,
really,
we talk about
that documentary was a bigger kind of shocker than that video.
I'm saying as someone, as a male, I'm just giving you the honest. As a male, and on no level, whether you are a street, whether you are a hood, whether you are educated, back pocket. The worst label that you could have as a man is a snitch and as a homosexual. And that's just when you're trying to portray the straight up man.
All right, hold on. That's another thing. And this,
well, that's what I'm saying. That's what this documentary did to his character. That's what I said. That's what the documentary.
In my book, I kind of dispel how the government turned this man. Like, they really try to play with him. Like, the homosexual joke. I will tell you this. I am 98% Diddy has done nothing gay.
Rubbing the
man's
why.
I'm gonna tell you why.
No,
rubbing the man's cum on your chest. Oh,
I mean, that's pretty.
Hey, you know what? Hold on.
You got
gay as in
sexually
penetrate. Hold on. When I say gay, I mean gay as in did a sexual act with a man.
Oh no, he did that.
So now, why do I say that?
Because everybody has their separate opinions. Because
they holding the door down while Diddy having an encounter with some rich European. Like, too many stories coming back. Like I said,
it's always from somebody who has some type of crazy axe to grind. Mess you notice something. Every time in a documentary, when they talked about Diddy raping or doing something to somebody, you notice the commonality in all those situations. It was always, I was asleep and don't remember, and somebody told me. It was, now, fam, I've never been raped before. Put that out there. And my heart goes out to anyone who's experienced that type of thing. But dog, it's like, I can't just accept that this is true when you literally have no evidence other than you said somebody told you.
Bro, they've been calling him the gay rapper since 1998, bro.
I will let everybody ride. I will let it ride for a lot of ways, but I'll say this: it's a noise he makes in Hypnotize, and I promise you, it's just I knew then that the man played a heavy tambourine, so that's just it. And you know what I'm talking about. And it's his ad lib. One of them ad libs he has sounds slightly like a moan, but I do think that it's two things that can be true.
Hold on. So one thing, I've seen 5 detailed interviews from dudes who were basically they're sex workers, freak off workers. All 5 dudes added me to say Puff never did anything gay to me.
No, he didn't pay them. He did the rappers. But he did other people. And I'm gonna tell you right now, call what you want to. Like, what's that boy say? He got the Oshkosh Gooshkosh. I don't care what none of y'all say. Orlando wasn't crazy. That boy said what it was. It's that Oshkosh Gooshkosh, and y'all know he got it. Now, I will say this though.
And not only that, hold on. Like I said, for 20 years, 50 has been telling you the same thing.
50 said this is my favorite
villain.
But
you know,
this is my favorite villain.
Marlon Wayans is making it, and I don't know how.
Marlon Wayans better tap out.
I don't know if it's true or not. But that don't look like a Photoshop picture of them in that bathtub together. So I'm just saying.
That's gotta be Photoshop.
Tuna in the hot tub?
Yeah.
It's gotta be Photoshop.
I just saw one with Marlon Wayans taking the rainbow pictures.
No.
The one with Diddy is definitely Photoshop.
50 was in the hot tub.
No, that's Photoshop. Like that's A all day.
Yeah, you know, we all said that before too. But
but what I'm telling you is they've been saying he was been the gay rapper since 1998. This before AI. What I'm saying is like, it's a thing in the industry that has been going on.
Matter of fact, one of the sex workers was like, Puff would joke about that shit. Like, he like played a prank, like he played a prank on the dude one time. Like, dude came over and like all the lights was out. So like he was like walking the room, like kind of like where everybody is type of shit. And then Puff was like, "Playboy, you ready?" or something like fuck with it. Dude like kind of oh shit, like Diddy gonna rape me.
SK, you name me one man in the hood to play like that. SK,
He know what my mama stay. He know what your mama stay.
Hold on. So he's like, "Ready, Playboy?" And dude say he nutted up like, "Oh shit, Puff gonna rape me," type of shit, like real paranoid. And he flicked the lights on, and him and 50 baby mama kind of laughing like he was scared, like ha ha ha, you was scared, type of shit, like pushing shit, like fuck with her.
Why
shit,
would I
like,
be scared if I didn't fear the rumors?
It's
and hold on. And he literally said, ha 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 ha, like, yeah, I know you was shook because they said that gay shit they talk about me type of thing, like basically saying like, I know you was shook because everybody calls me gay type of shit, ha 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 type of shit.
Man, I
and
feel
that's
you.
why I said, going back to it when you said, can he come back from it? Here's the reality of it. There's two things that can be true. One of them is I do think the documentary messed him up in the black community amongst us. That took a hit, but the video with Cassie ain't just with us. That was worldwide. I think that was damaging for him on an international and a national level. But this here, you can't walk down the streets and do all that mess you did, because now the people who were taking pictures with you know when you got in the car, you were screaming, "I gotta go wash, I'm dirty."
His biggest sin is he did that.
But you can't prove my point though, because even after the video, he was able to go outside in the streets and kind of get love. Like,
you said what? I couldn't hear you.
We wouldn't have cared.
Even after the video came out, in my opinion, the video is way more impactful and heinous than the documentary. But even after the video, Puff was in the streets, and then people was getting love from people in the streets. Like, one thing you gotta know about people, especially black people, we are very forgiving. We have a short memory in 2025. When he gets out of jail in 2 years, this shit gonna be on people's back memory.
I ain't saying
and one thing Puff always says is, "I'm going to be the hardest worker." Puff ain't gonna cave. Puff ain't gonna cave. He ain't gonna quit. And this is gonna win people back over.
Towers at sight.
And then, like what Herc said is accurate, and I give him on that one. That if they were still taking pictures and doing all that, and he walking through the city after Cassie's video came out, then this is gonna be more damaging, because the outrage that's coming from what we saw in this video is sick. Like, you just doing that for decoration. You don't even like the people you using.
He's a bubble. Nigga.
I mean,
50 sat the world down. Like,
can we have an honest conversation?
God, this is on Netflix.
50 been saying for 15 years.
Ja Rule ain't never bounced back.
Can we have an honest conversation?
Okay.
Have any of y'all been to New York?
Yeah.
Have y'all spent extensive time in New York?
Hold on, say that again.
Say it again. Hold on.
Have any of y'all spent extensive time in New York?
Yeah.
I was in New York for 3 weeks. Now, mind you, hold on. Y'all have New York backgrounds. I'm a Southern boy. That 3 weeks was the longest time I've been in New York. New York is absolutely one of the most filthiest feeling places in the world. So he was like, I'm outside taking pictures. I need to take a bath and shit. I felt that shit. Like, not on the standpoint, like, damn, Puff, that's fucked up you say about like the people like that. But for being like, I'm outside with people taking pictures, doing this, doing that, touching this person, touching that person. Like, I feel like, you know what? I need to go get clean.
Now, let me tell you something.
You sound like you're supposed to be in a documentary.
Now, let me say this.
I was right there. I was right there.
Tonight has been one of them nights. Hold on.
I'm gonna show y'all that Freako picture with me sitting right there, and you can compare it to the one on the and see in the damn documentary.
You can't tell me that you felt I was nasty in New York. Like, New York got a nasty feel. You feel dirty. You just said the man rubbed baby oil and semen on himself. You don't get dirty.
He need to soak. Right.
You don't need a bathroom.
Hold on. The baby oil was rubbed on other people, not him.
He got baby oil on him too. You can't have that room. The room can't be that slippery and he's not getting it.
Fuck it. Now, which Hazel way?
Hold on. You're right. But hold on. There is a funny story. It's not funny because it's almost tragic. When Cassie overdosed and almost died, and like they were trying to like pick her up, but like she was so covered in baby oil, she kept like slipping out their hand, hitting the floor.
Who?
Cassie.
Oh, Cassie. She had an overdose and almost died, but she was too slippery to save.
Like she had an overdose. Like they was in the freak off. She
We
started
saw all the
ODing.
drugs.
So they were trying to pick her up, but she was so covered in baby oil, she kept slipping out their hands and kind of hitting the floor. So it was kind of like,
Tell me Diddy laughed.
This slippery rascal.
huh?
Tell me Diddy laughed.
He laughed? No, she about to die.
Nah,
panic
she's
mode.
flat all the
Somebody
place.
got to
Diddy was
die.
on the
If I
court.
slip,
Diddy
you
was
gotta
in court
slip.
giggling.
Oh man.
Laugh. He smirked his mouth a couple
I
times.
told you. I
Like-
knew he laughed.
Like, because the thing was like
He got a visual.
everybody put up there wasn't like his ops. Like it put people up there, they told the truth sometimes, because sometimes it'd be like one dude would put up there, he was like, I got love for Puff still. Like, I'm like, he answered questions.
said that?
Huh?
Who said they still had love for him?
The white boy who they tried to tell you was his drug runner, which was complete bullshit. One of his like stylists. He was like, I still fuck with Puff. Like Puff still my guy. Like I got love for Puff. We saluted each other and everything.
Trying to still be on the payroll in 48 months. This
Puff
is a-
ain't paying.
Saying like
They're furloughed.
what payroll?
It was all
Like, okay, so another thing. Remember the white boy who they caught with the drugs after he got arrested? He told you that was Puff drug mule.
Mew, yeah.
Complete exaggeration, fabrication. What happened was he was Puff assistant. They was partying one day. Puff's a drug addict. Puff's a hardcore drug addict, but that's neither here nor there. Puff left like a
drug addict.
Well, he's a hardcore drug addict. So Puff had dropped like a bag of coke, a bag of like pink coke. Dude found it wherever he was at. It was like, damn, Puff dropped this shit. Put it in his pocket, took it with him. Went to board a plane to go on some other type of trip shit he had going on. But guy was in his damn bag. They found it and arrested him. It had nothing to do with Puff. It had nothing to do with Puff. Well, nothing as far as Puff investigation. He literally forgot he had the coke in his pockets, basically, and they basically arrested for that. And how he got out the shit. He wasn't snitching. He said how he got the shit. His family hired a lawyer. He got basically PTI. That's basically what happened.
We done 1 hour and 15, and I can imagine his lawyers just had their heads down.
So
Like
we just finished episode 1.
we got
Each
because
episode was an hour long.
apparently you have to do your Diddy dissecting in several series because the whole thing is ridiculous. At the end of the day, I will say this: was the documentary technically something we didn't need? No, I needed it. I need to see that. I do feel like 50 did his due diligence. I also feel that it shed a light on something that many of us thought we knew, but we didn't know in the level of detail that came out. Even if all of it wasn't 100% accurate or not, it still showed you that they got some stuff going on. Like even when you saw the male prostitutes they had working with them and $6,000 in a day, and it's
Another thing. You remember the documentary how they tried to be like Puff basically strong armed Biggie to stay in LA and basically held him there, and so that's basically what got him killed.
Yeah.
Complete exaggeration.
Big
Big did half of life after death in LA. C's even testified that we was in LA chilling for like months before that shit happened. But they had been out there for a minute recording. So what like some shit when he got strong on to be out there, they was recording in LA and had been out there for a minute. Like C's was saying, like they would go get weed from Snoop. They had been out there chilling. So it was no whole he was forced to go out here against his will type of narrative. Like that's just a bullshit narrative they made just to make Puff look bad. They had been out there chilling for a minute.
So you think Mark Curry saying Puff getting Jake and Suge kicked out the club and his man getting shot, Jake getting shot 5 times, you think that's exaggeration too?
The shit was yes, like Mark Curry's liar. Like that situation happened, but the way Mark Curry tells you it's a complete lie.
Mark still mad he couldn't sing that song. He said Puff couldn't sing it like him.
He couldn't. He couldn't.
The whole thing had to be Puff's story. Even this little 4-document piece was sick, twisted, and demonic. There's no other way you could put your.
This is my thing. Like
around that.
I guess because I have a master's degree, my view is different than a common person, quote unquote. What do y'all think Puff? What do y'all think Puff was? Y'all think Puff was just a nice, pleasant business guy who like was like, what was your image of Puff before this? That's my question.
A fraud and a narcissist.
I mean, we always thought he was a fraud that took people money. Like when they made that comment and they said Puff didn't sell enough records to make the money he made, but he produced enough artists to take the money he took. That makes sense to me because we all knew that. However, it's a different monster when you finish that documentary and you think to yourself, Puff probably deserved the same amount of time R. Kelly got because he's equally disgusting. Even though his people were of age, he's sick and he was terrible.
Equally, oh man, that's a stretch. Equally disgusting to R. Kelly.
Yes, absolutely.
All Puff relationship was consensual. Now, if you saying like a Puff need to get years for
equally disgusting because they didn't say it on there, but we all know some of them girls that Puff dealt with were underage. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. Whether they came out with a told
how do you know that?
That 12-year-old Justin's mama looked like a whole baby at that church in the beginning. That girl didn't look like she was no 19. Misa was a whole baby.
Misa's older than Puff.
Misa wasn't no of age.
No, she was just
Misa's
young.
older than Puff.
Matter
of fact, Justin ain't even Misa's first kid.
I mean, people have kids underage. You don't mean
but nah, she was of age.
Puff had underage people, and everybody know it.
I think Misa's older than Puff.
No,
I'm fairly certain.
When she was like what, 18, 19? No,
18 is older. Age.
I mean, by then she was of age.
I'm not
start that way.
Cool, but you
Puff was 19.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going
to
pin stuff on him because
I'm pinning that on him.
Before I pin that on him, I gotta look at Eric Sherman.
Well, you can look at Eric Sherman.
If Puff got her
right
when she was young,
after
how old did Eric Sherman have her?
Like, look at Eric Sherman.
I'm not gonna just throw everything on
I do. I go all of them with it. All the way back to the elite stuff. I think they just had a thing with the season of it.
You said he had one of the male.
No, so
no, but you said he was naked. He had the room dark. And he said, "Are you ready?" And then he said, "Psych." After he has a reputation of being a druggie and raping people,
but nobody's. So it's the same thing. But Puff got a lot of behind the scenes stories that still ain't came out, and we still got a whole bunch. There was not enough about Justin Bieber. There was not anything that talked about this. The summer he had guardianship of Usher, and Usher was like, "I'm never going back, and I would never let my kids go." There's a lot of stories they're not saying. So to say he didn't do underage, it's just he can't be proven. However, I believe he did it, just like you believe he was behind backdooring a man. The reality of it is he has a sick, twisted history, and it's out. And if people follow it and, like you said, tuck it in our forgiving pockets and then roll on, then we've accepted it. But it's a reality. I think he's sick as R. Kelly.
It can't be accepted. Like I said, it's no different. It's no different for somebody like SK said, we hustling and you go see the police and you ain't come back and tell us, yeah, you're a snitch. Like if you did this and this is a law against hip hop, that's what you are. And like what I'm saying, like it's good that he's in so many different genres, but at the same time,
and Usher was a baby.
Puff in hip hop anymore, man.
It's gonna be something to see how he bounces back after this because the whole 9 yards is terrible, and not just him, but all of the stuff that's coming out about all of them. You got Russell Simmons. You got a whole bunch of them. I didn't know that Kim dated Russell and Andre before she even got to Puff. They just made it seem like it went from Albie Shore to Puff, and it didn't.
Russell has a history of young girls.
They all do.
That. And we put that charge on.
I said what?
Russell's gone.
Even like that ain't even speculate. That's known facts.
I get you on that, bro. I'm still just having a part. I'm still having a hard time getting past the semen.
We an hour 19 minutes. You gonna have to process Diddy in the dark on your own.
I'm totally against the part. I'm in the next room, you pounding my girl out, and I'm waiting on her to bring me your semen, bro. Like if that's not gay.
You gonna have to digest
well, he wasn't in the next room. He was in the room with her watching. Watching them.
In the chair watching.
Oh man.
All right.
And then when he nut, Puff would go run into the room.
Shit.
So he was waiting to hear the man.
Puff would go run. He said Puff run into the room.
This is
Puff
why
will hit a sprint and Puff
Listen,
not needed.
y'all.
Did y'all notice how not needed Puff is?
we are.
Did you notice how
We
not
are
needed
an
Puff was?
hour and 20 minutes.
Puff how not needed is.
SK, I
Hold
appreciate
up, no,
you
did y'all notice how
coming
not needed
in
Puff
with
was?
us today.
You seen his knees?
I know it was a 30-minute limit, but you know, you two degree
y'all
holders
see Puff
just
knees?
had to ride this thing out today.
Listen. Did anybody notice how
Man,
choppy
listen,
Puff is?
I have a wealth and you press the button and get oh, man.
We can't hear you breaking up.
I said I have a wealth of knowledge on this subject, and you want to give me a format to get that out? Sign me up.
Man, listen, this is part. Apparently, this is part one, because this thing could drag for a moment, but
The
it
reckoning.
is the reckoning
The
was
reckoning.
something serious.
Did anybody see Puff knees?
We don't have enough time to go for Russell because he.
SK, did you see his knees walking in the courtroom?
We're not. SK, do not answer that question.
He
Do
always
not-
was in. He always in khakis at Carlton.
Don't entertain her. They told you
Yo.
don't feed the animals.
Yo.
Y'all, listen, we
Yo, but
appreciate
wait,
y'all
y'all-
chiming in
Like-
tonight.
SK, man.
If I could turn their mics off, I
Yo.
would. We appreciate y'all
Diddy
turning
shaped
in
like a
tonight.
lowercase K.
SK, stay with us. We'll drop this thing down in a moment. We're gonna get this end on this live.
Yo.
This apparently has become
Could you
part
imagine his
one.
knees rubbing to the room for the ceiling?
We appreciate y'all. Please tune in again, apparently for part two, because they not finished.
Did y'all see his knees?
They over here like bad boys for life.
Did
We
anybody
gonna hold
Puff
on to this
knees?
to end the year though.
Good
Part
night,
2 ain't gonna
y'all.
be next week. We're not ending this.
We'll see y'all soon. We'll see y'all
And
next
the
week.
guy,
I can't
Beijing like a mug.
deal with them.
If Puff
All right,
sweat,
y'all.
he gonna go blind. Did you see his